What's going on, my fellow Jedi and Padawans? Welcome back to another Jedi gaming video. Thank you guys so much for coming back to the channel, and if you guys are new, welcome. Today is our last Brave Weapon God Roll guide for y'all on this fine Sunday evening. We are going over the Succession Sniper, which has some pretty slapping perks in the third and fourth column. Don't even gotta go into Deep Stone to craft this. You get yourself a beautiful roll just from running that nice Onslaughts as well as Shaxi Magaxi over in the Hall of Champions. So, starting us off on these Brave Weapons, we're gonna have Indomitability as our origin trait, giving us grenade or melee energy depending on the subclass we are using for our lightness or darkness. So it is going to be absolutely disgusting, I think, inside of Prismatic, getting us our abilities and being able to spam that. I'm not sure what that's going to count under, since we're going to be able to mix and match both light and dark subclasses, but it is going to be, and is even right now, one of the best origin traits they have come out with for sure. As for PvE, we are definitely throwing on the old boss spec for this bad boy so we can use this weapons perks to our advantage, doing the most damage possible on those bosses, mini bosses. Now for me, I went with the old stability in the masterwork because I think it is the best. This thing has a very low base stability, so I like it the most, especially when you are sitting in a well trying to do damage. You're getting flinched by the boss, something that might be around you, so this definitely worked best, at least for me. Your other option is reload speed. It is a pretty mid reload as well, but with our combination of perks in the third and fourth column, I like stability over having that reload up a little bit higher. On to the barrels. I really think small bore's probably your best option, giving us that nice 7 in stability with the little extra in range. Having higher range on snipers helps with that aim assist, so it is nice for both Crucible as well as the PvE side of things. Second option for y'all barrel-wise is Chambered Compensator. We're getting that 10 to stability, 10 to recoil direction with a little minus in handling. So it is a little bit better for that recoil direction, giving us a 90 in that category. So shoots a little bit more straight up, but I like small bore a little bit more. Two options for y'all for magazines. This is easily your best option. With Tactical Mag, you're going to get reload speed as well as stability, so it is definitely your best option in category. But you do also have the option of steady rounds, which gives us plus 15 to stability, so it is a nice little juicer to having that stability, a less flinch, stuff like that. But we are losing range, not using airborne effectiveness as much, obviously, in PvE. As for third column perks, easily your best option right here is Reconstruction. It basically overflows over time. You're not going to have to reload this thing basically ever if you have other weapons you're doing a damage with, but it is pretty nice to have about 14 of those shots, 9 of those shots inside of your weapon at once doing damage. So Reconstruction is definitely number one. Second option for y'all is Firmly Planted. Increase accuracy, stability, and handling when firing while crouched. So this is a little bit of a caveat because you do got to be crouched, but it does give you that extra stability and accuracy with that recoil direction. So if you are having trouble controlling it, could go with Firmly Planted, but recombination is easily the best. Last but certainly not least is Demo right here. We got those kills with this weapon give us grenade energy. Then when we throw our grenade, it also reloads, so can be used for a nice little bit of farming on throwing it out, doing some damage, throwing your grenade, shooting out some more. So it is a good perk, but like I said, Reconstruction easily the number one choice. Fourth column, we got Recombination. The combination of Reconstruction, Recombination, that's a lot of Re's in a row. We get a lot of damage output because getting those elemental defeats, something like Sunshot, anything with destabilizing rounds with that capacity to use incandescent is giving us a lot of these stacks very quickly. So when this thing is stacked out at 10, it is up to a 100% damage increase on those shots. So it is absolutely nutty for the damage output of this thing, especially when you got Reconstruction going on, when you got 9, 10, 11 shots inside of that magazine. Next option is a staple, obviously. With the Vorpal weapon, we get that 15% damage increase on those bosses, mini bosses, and vehicles. So a good perk, but it is limited to those couple things. So I like recombo a little bit better. Last, we got that firing line. The weapon gains increased precision damage when we are near 2 or more allies. So those raids, GMs, when we are in that final stand, etc. Also a very good perk, but it is not as viable except for the damage phase. So recombo, definitely the way to go. Then probably firing line, then Vorpal weapon. Now to the PvP side of things, where it doesn't shine as bright as it does in PvE. We got target adjuster, or you could go a counterbalance stock or quick access sling. Got a couple different options, but aim assist for y'all definitely feels really good in this game. Having more of it never hurts. Next option is the ranged for our masterwork. Definitely what you want. Like I said earlier, the more range on a sniper, the better the aim assist is. So we got this thing stacked out to 100 for the Crucible. 2 barrel options for y'all. We got corkscrew, gives us 5 to stability, 5 to range, 5 to handling. So we are still at 100 in range, 28 in stability, and 35 in handling. So it's like a little jack of all trades right there. Second option is small bore, 7 in stability, 7 in range. You are getting that 100 still in the range with 30 in stability, 30 in handling. So totally a personal preference with how you play. Only option is accurized rounds right here for the magazine, giving us that plus 10 to range, helping us to achieve that 100 in our category over there. 2 options inside of the third column. Definitely, I think the best choice for me at least is moving target, increase our movement speed and target acquisition when moving while ADSing, so that sliding around gets us the ability to proc this very, very easily. So moving target is definitely my go-to. Second option right here in the traits is our no distractions, especially since flinch can be absolutely gnarly inside of the Crucible. We are getting that aiming for a little bit, gives us reduced flinch, is 35% actually, which is a lot of resistance actually, and does feel very, very good when it does get procced. But I personally am a moving target boy, but this is a very close second. Fourth column, first option. Not too many crazy perks in this column besides this and our other option. In my personal opinion, you got snapshot for our gun right here, 20% increase to that ADS animation, so we are able to really get down sights fast and do a lot of damage. It's all about those quick scopes, if you will, inside of the Crucible with the snapshot sights. Second option is Vorpal, kind of a little situational against those supers, because we're getting 15-20% damage, inside of the Crucible realm against those supers. But it is, like I said, situational, where snapshot personally is better in my opinion, but Vorpal is a close second. People could go with box breathing if you want, but we're getting that headshot anyways as it being a defeat besides super, so we don't really need it. So that's why I went with Vorpal or snapshot. So overall for this weapon inside of PvE, I would probably give it, as a kinetic sniper, damage wise, almost a perfect score. It's definitely up there in the S tier, like a 4.85, 4.9 out of 5 for sure. Absolutely slapping with that reconstruction recombination roll. And then for Crucible, definitely way better snipers in the kinetic slot, in my opinion. Eye of Soul, Bite of the Fox, the Defiance of Yasmin. We got a lot of options, so I would put this lower in maybe like the 3.0 range, 2.9. It isn't the best by any means, but it is a very fun weapon to use no matter what. Definitely grabbing it for the PvE side of things, and that Indomitability trait with its origin wise for the next season. And Prismatic, absolutely gonna be slapping. So I appreciate you guys again, all that support y'all have been putting in. We got a lot coming out before the end of the season here, and then once final shape starts, it is gonna be content on content. content, so make sure y'all are hitting that bell, hitting the like and subscribe button so y'all aren't missing out on any of these videos here, any builds that we're putting out, and a lot of news coming out, obviously, with new subclasses. The final shape we're taking the witness on, it is about to be insane, so make sure to do all of that so you're ready for that to happen. Again, appreciate all you guys. I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.